So many of you all are asking me, what is going on with your musical? Do you have another theater yet? For those of you who are joining my journey for the first time, I wrote my first original musical, the book, the lyrics, and the music, and starred in a musical called Already Perfect. We had our world premiere at the King's Head Theater in London. We came back to New York after a 6-week run and realized that there was probably a better way to tell the story, which meant a script overhaul. I spent May and June, 10 hours a day, getting a new script to my producer. You saw in the last episode of our vlog that he liked where we were going. So now I'm meeting with the dramaturge today to see what she thinks is going to be the best way forward with the script. Okay, so where we are right now with the musical is I had my conversation with Larry when he received the script. He thought that there were some really great things going on with the script. And I just met with our dramaturge, and she was able to beat out for me the things that she would love to have more of, things that need clarity, things that I have the freedom and the space to add to the script. So I am back to book writing. We do not have a director. We do not have a theater. We do not have a future slot or a stage, but we do have the foundations of a new script that I do think is going to be the best way to tell this story. But before I dive into a lot of work again with the script, let's celebrate July 4th with some family.
Maybe too soon to say, but it ain't like it don't show. My eyes will tell you everything you already know. I wanna state the obvious, but you and I say, hey, let's take it slow. Let's take it slow. And yet it doesn't need to be heard. How I love how we're hanging on. 3 words. 3 words.
This is how stupid I am today, wearing jeans on a day when this is what I should be doing.
Oh, that was a good one. You made all that with colored markers? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Let me see. Show me the other side. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
3 words. Sweet thing. You're dancing on the edge. Hot dance.
What's been interesting to me is I've looked at my entire life and wondered why I don't naturally fit into any group, existing group. I'm not the kind of person who drops into Nashville and is recognized as a Nashvilleian or a country singer. I don't drop into Broadway and win a Tony Award and everybody then just know what to do with me. Everywhere I go, nobody knows what to do with me. And the only time I've ever been successful at developing a group or community of people is through my own self, my own personhood, sharing who I am through my art and what I do, and then people recognize me, recognize themselves in me, and I recognize myself in them, and then suddenly I have a community. This is why I chose that my means of communication and building community probably should be through YouTube, should probably be long form communication, and it should probably be just me sharing what I've done in art for 20 years, which is just allow my life to be seen and share that through the art and allow that to point people back to my music, back to my musicals, back to what I create, sure, but it's swimming downstream to do it this way. So I'm sitting here looking at my YouTube channel thinking, how do I organize this thing? How do I make sense of the fact that I've got 20 years of TV appearances and old vlogs and behind the scenes and live concerts and all this stuff that just clutters the channel. And this channel just got an absolute overhaul. And I think that I am fully prepared now to launch this vlog between the milestones.
So going to get my haircut is not just going to get my haircut. It's spending time with my buddy Jesse.
I noticed a through line when I was editing this video, a connection between being with my cousins on July 4th and taking the camera to the barbershop to hang out with my buddy Jesse. And that connection is this.
Navigating life as a gay man, I sadly have to say the most unloving individuals I've ever met consistently have been Christians. So when I notice the exception to the rule, like my cousins, like Jesse, who are all believers, who are all in the church, but all love unconditionally, I have to give them props, I have to celebrate them, and I have to put them forward because I know that alone could give some of you hope that all is not lost in the world, that there are people of faith, people of the church that will love unconditionally and will absolutely challenge what sadly the norm has been of putting beliefs before humanity sometimes. And that's not the way I believe it should work, because it's loving humanity that speaks more than the letter of the law.
Okay, so Candace is a patron. She's been a patron for 3 different platforms: Memberspace, Levi.fan, and now the new Patreon. Well, the Patreon just launched an hour ago, so I don't know if she'll join with that. But we're doing a Zoom call, catching up with her because she's always there at my Boston shows, at my Algonquin shows. She's in Boston. She met me doing Hermes in Hadestown, the first national tour, and then she dove into my music, and we've connected through that. And so we're on WhatsApp, and I'm gonna call her and see if she is available for a Zoom. Well, a WhatsApp. A WhatsApp. Is she gonna answer? Is she gonna answer? There you are.
Here I am.
Stay golden. All the golden girls.
Oh yeah, you know it. My favorite.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're gonna chat a little bit, so bye. Hey, I had to interrupt my phone call with Candace because right when we started talking, Jason calls and says, "We have someone who wants to see the house. Can you have it ready to view in like 5-10 minutes?" So I ran through the house, cleaned everything up, and we had the best time. I loved this gal, and I just hope that her husband comes back and likes the house too, because we have had no offers yet. No offers on the house. We've had 11 families come through. Nobody's made an offer. This was a wonderful, welcomed thing today, and we have an open house on Sunday. If we don't sell this thing by Labor Day, we're gonna have to move back in. We're gonna have to move back in if we don't sell this thing. So I'm just glad we had a showing. I'm glad we had an impromptu showing. Oh my gosh, how great. To be continued, to be continued.
Week 2's in the books, and that's week 2 of doing Qigong, which has really helped my issue with my right fascial chain seizing up. If you were listening last week, you know that I haven't been able to walk more than like 20-25 minutes before my leg seizes up. That's only happened twice this week. It's really great. But I think the mindset above all has been something I had to address this week. I started listening to Neville Goddard every morning while I was doing Qigong, because it was reminding me that while we don't know where we're going to be living, we don't know when the house is going to sell, I don't know what's going to happen with my musical Already Perfect, I do have health challenges, and everything is being rebuilt from the ground up, online, with memberships, with music and everything. With all this uncertainty, I know I can at least choose what my perspective is, and that's important. I get to choose how it feels.
Welcome to my Patreon page. If this is the first time you visited my Patreon page, welcome. This is Levi Kreis, and welcome to Between the Milestones. Everybody knows.
I'll leave this week with a Neville Goddard quote. If you will assume your desire and live there as though it were true, no power on earth can stop it from becoming a fact.